Mornings with Brian. Moody Radio Cleveland. 103.3 at 6 to 9 a.m.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is dropping out of the race for the White House and endorsing former President Trump. It's 6 o'clock. I'm Ron Eastwood, Moody Radio News. DeSantis made it official Sunday with a video he posted on X. You may have formerly known it as Twitter. DeSantis was considered a frontrunner early on, but finished a distant second in the Iowa caucus and was polling in single digits ahead of Tuesday's key New Hampshire primary. State officials are working with the Ohio State University to look into causes of addiction and mental illness. Governor Mike DeWine announced a $20 million grant for the State of Ohio Adversity and Resilience Study this past Friday. And a Huron County judge handed down an indictment for a 52-year-old man accused of 71 sex crimes, chief among them kidnapping, rape, sexual imposition, sexual battery, and abduction. Prosecutors say Dave Codger, who was indicted on January 5th, allegedly committed these and other serious offenses against victims who were under the age of 18. I'll be right back with sports and weather.
Walk worthy. The Apostle Paul encouraged us in Ephesians 4 to live lives worthy of the callings we receive from God. And we at Moody Radio Cleveland want to encourage you to attend Walk Worthy 2024. Don't miss speakers Mark Jobe and Nick Gatsky on Saturday, March 2nd at Canton Baptist Temple. To register now, text WALK to 440-546-2255. That's 440-546-2255. Send the word WALK.
In sports, former Alabama quarterback Julian Sayin is transferring to Ohio State. He is ranked as the number 3 overall prospect in ESPN's class of 2024 and is also the top offensive prospect in his class. In the NFL, AFC winners were Baltimore and Kansas City. In the NFC, it was San Francisco and Detroit. As we march on towards the Super Bowl without our beloved Browns. Here's your Moody Radio Cleveland forecast. A winter weather advisory is in effect from midnight tonight to noon Tuesday. Freezing rain is expected with a total ice accumulation of up to 1/10 of an inch. So be prepared for that tomorrow morning. But right now, partly sunny this morning, then becoming cloudy with highs in the lower 30s. Now, at last check, our conditions were mostly cloudy in Cleveland, 20 degrees. Akron, mostly cloudy and just 13 degrees. Clear skies over Lorraine, Elyria, where it is 16 degrees.
It's time for your moron moment.
In the historic case of Roe v. Wade in 1973, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled on January 22nd that it is the pregnant woman's right to determine whether she wants an abortion. Since this outcome, many movements came into existence that openly opposed the ruling. The movement became stronger when U.S. President Ronald Reagan proclaimed January 22nd as National Sanctity of Human Life Day. And that's your Moron Moment.
Moron.
And you'll find that on our Facebook and Instagram. It's 6:04 with Moody Radio News. I'm Ron Eastwood.
Mornings with Brian. Moody Radio Cleveland. 103.3 at 6 to 9 a.m.
6:07 on a Monday. The team is back in studio, well, minus Brian. Brian is not here this week. He is on a missions trip. We can't tell you exactly where. He'll be gone all week, but we're excited to tell you, for him to tell you more about it when he gets back. So this week, you've got Ron, Lauren, and Daria in the studio. How was your weekend, guys?
It's good. It's chill.
Yeah?
Yeah, very chill.
You too, Ron? I just
Yeah.
cleaned.
Yeah, last night. So my husband worked for Chick-fil-A, and they had like their annual anniversary dinner, which was at this very nice Italian restaurant. It's the Golden Cow Awards.
Oh, nice.
And the irony was not lost on us.
Oh,
But- So Jimmy won one of the awards, and he got to take home this tiny little golden cow statue. That was how I spent my Sunday evening.
Good for him.
that's so cute.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun, and I'm proud of him. Oh, hey, and don't forget, we are live streaming on Facebook and
That's right.
YouTube. Text us the word live, 440-546-2255. You can see us, and you can also look back on some of your favorite conversations from the past couple weeks if you missed them.
Yeah.
That's right. And also don't forget about Walk Worthy, you guys. March 2nd.
Okay.
It's coming up fast.
Ron. Yeah, March 2nd, Canton Baptist Temple. We have Dr. Mark Jobe, our very own Dr. Nick Gatsky, and James Ford of Treasured Truth is a new addition.
I am looking forward to that.
Me too. I haven't heard him in several years, so I'm looking forward to hearing him. Chris Brooks was originally with us. He had a scheduling conflict, so we have James Ford with us now, so that's exciting. So text WALK to 440-546-2255 if you want a ticket.
And if
Or-
you've never heard James Ford, sorry to interrupt
No, it's
you,
okay.
but he, on Treasured Truth, he's one of those speakers who doesn't candy coat things a lot.
Yeah.
He just tells it like it is. And he's the kind of, not to be racial, but this is how I think of it, the kind of black preacher who really gets excited.
He does.
And
yeah.
he's going to shout a little bit, and he may sing a little bit, but he's going to bring the message of God, and it's going to touch hearts.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard him. He's an alumnus of Moody Bible Institute, and he would come a couple of times to different conferences like Founders Week, so I heard him then. And he was always a fan favorite, student favorite too.
Mm-hmm.
So when you can get students excited about something, you know it's good.
Yeah. They don't get excited about much unless it's free food.
Exactly. Especially when they go to chapel 3 times a week and they're like, I hear sermons
So done with it.
all the time. So
Yeah.
yeah, excited about that. We're going to give away tickets to Walk Worthy every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday until March 2nd. So
Nice.
be sure to keep tuning in to win those tickets. You guys.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time on Facebook this weekend.
Okay, as one does on the
Oh.
weekend.
And I'm, part of like parents groups or local groups to Cuyahoga Falls or to Ohio, whatever. And I saw 2 posts in my scrolling, like in one session of scrolling, that were very similar. One was, I believe, a mom, and she said, "Hey, my kids are wanting to go to Sunday school, and I don't really know where to go. I'm just recently converted, so we haven't been going to church lately, and I'm just not sure where to go. Do you guys have any suggestions? Because my kids are wanting to go."
Nice.
So that sounds like, okay, maybe she hasn't been going, but her kids are kind of pushing her to go. And then the next one was a dad and said, it was a different group, not the same group. And he said, "Hey guys, my kids are wanting to go to church. I'm not religious at all, but I don't want to deprive them of them wanting to go to church or experience spiritual things if that's what they're wanting. What do I do? Where do I send them?" And I just kind of like struck me as like, what's going on? What's going on with Gen Alpha?
Yeah.
That they're asking their parents who are not going to church to go to church. Like, where are they seeing it? Are they seeing it from kids at school?
Right.
Or are they seeing it in, like, I don't know, movies? I don't know. Where are they? So I'm just, what do you guys think about that? What's going on with Gen Alpha?
I doubt it's movies because I can't think of any time that I've seen,
Yeah.
a church depicted in a good light.
Yeah.
I would love if it's the other kids saying,
Mm-hmm.
we go to our church, I'm going to say my church, Polaris Kids,
Yeah.
and we have a great time and it's so much fun and we're doing this and that. And then the other kids are like, yeah, I want to be part of that.
Yeah.
But then why wouldn't the parents say, okay, let's go to that church that you're hearing about?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just because humans by nature are going to seek out God because he has designed us and created this innate need for him, whether we realize it or not. And my kind of assumption with millennials is a lot of them kind of had religion shoved down their throats by their boomer parents. So they're like, we want nothing to do with it, some of them. So I think they have so excommunicated religion from their home that their kids are more curious.
Yeah.
Is what I wonder is if that's what's going on here.
Yeah, because these are probably going to be older millennial parents if their kids are starting to ask about going to church.
Right.
Yeah, it's very interesting. How do you feel like we should cultivate that in the kids we have influence over, or in, our relationships with non-Christians in our lives? How can we cultivate like a kid's curiosity to go to church?
Well, I'm assuming it would be someone else's kids, not our own.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, coach your children to invite kids to, whether it's a regular Sunday event or sometimes churches will do special events designed to bring in families, family game night or whatever. Invite your friends to bring their family. Maybe even give a note. This is kind of going extreme, but give a note to your child to give to the other child to give to their parent that explains a little more about it and gives your number if they want to call and ask questions, because it's hard to just show up at a church event that you don't know.
I don't even want to do that. I'm not a Christian. Yeah.
So if you can grease the skids as much as possible to make it easier for them to show up, maybe arrange a carpool. Say, hey, we'll pick you up. We'll go together, so you're not alone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea.
We talked last week about a pastor who's now farming as a church.
Right.
So I think maybe, because even if the kids want to do it, like if their parents feel threatened, they're going to be like, no, I don't want my child here. You're going to, because some people have really weird ideas about Christians. You're going to brainwash them, that kind of thing. You need to make it a really welcome and open environment for new people that might start coming in.
Yeah. I think it was just like a good reminder for me and kind of just opening my eyes that like kids are seeking and their parents are willing to take them.
Yeah.
Right now. And even though there's a lot of bad things going on in the world and there's a lot of evil in the world and wickedness, but if the two parents are posting on random pages that have nothing to do with religion, asking for suggestions of where to take their kids to go to church, maybe we as the church can take that opportunity and use children as like, hey, get the whole family here. If, it's not just about like morals and wanting to teach your kids morals, but like there's more here.
I think it's a great reminder too. Like we get a lot of texts and calls from people like, my child walked away from God.
Yeah.
And here you've got kids who have no basis for who God is. Their parents aren't religious at all, seeking him out. So I think it's a great reminder for parents that their salvation is not in your hands.
Right.
God is going to do what God is going to do.
Yeah, that's a great reminder. Yeah. I had another thing I saw on Facebook.
Okay.
That I want to talk to you guys about. Has nothing to do with this, but I want to get you guys with that after the break.
Okay, we'll do that.
You don't have to put your life on hold to get your degree from Moody Bible Institute. Moody offers flexible online classes that feature a unique ministry-focused education. Study the Bible and theology anytime, anywhere. You'll benefit from the world-respected faculty and a connection with classmates from around the globe. Invest in your future and get your bachelor's or master's degree from Moody Online. Learn more at moody.edu/online. That's moody.edu/online.
The words you are about to hear are taken from letters sent in by members of the Trinity Debt Management Program.
Dear Trinity, today I'm making my final credit card payment.
Before I came to you, I was in a constant state of anxiety and panic, but now there is hope for my family's financial future.
Working with Trinity made me understand that I'm not alone.
You really do help people.
Your kindness will never be forgotten.
Without Trinity support, I would not have achieved my lifelong goal of becoming debt-free. Trinity.
We saved a lot on interest and penalties, of course, but the reward was the gift of human kindness.
Trinity has carried me through a very difficult time in my life. You're amazing.
I used to feel so anxious and hopeless. Now I feel grace and peace.
God bless Trinity as you continue to help others become debt-free.
If credit card debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-659-9838. That's 1-800-659-9838.
Mornings with Brian.